You are listening to the Gate 7 International Podcast, a podcast connecting Olympiacos fans from Melbourne to Baltimore, from London to Piraeus. We are 4 Olympiacos fans from every corner of the world, bringing you news and interviews of the team you love in English. With new episodes twice a week, you'll never lose the latest updates and stories of the team you love. This is our team, our city, and our land. Man aoniro trelo. You're listening to the Gate 7 International Podcast.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gate 7 International Podcast. My name is Peter Thompson. I'm here with Lambro Sirmos and Costa Levoyanis. I've actually lost count of how many episodes we're at, boys. 109, 110, something like that. But the main deal is here. We've just finished watching Olympiakos Slovan Bratislava in Slovakia. 2-2 draw. A bit of a sloppy, disgusting game to watch with 2 really annoying goals conceded by us. A couple nice goals for us, but we are going to probably end up inevitably focusing more on the mistakes that the team made today. Costa, how's it going?
Do you want to start with me, really?
No, okay, hold on. I see this comment right here. It's not coming for me tonight, everyone. There's no rant coming from me tonight.
Lambro, you go first. I'll go after.
Shall I start? Okay, so well, it was a bit of an interesting game. It was an interesting game tonight, guys. It was a bit sloppy. The pitch was poor. Kenny Lala, very poor tonight. I want to start off because I slandered Thanas Sanders just when we went out of the Champions League. So I'll start with that. Kenny Lala was very poor, very indecisive. Didn't like him tonight. I thought we saw a good game from Oleg Ryabchuk as well. Nice partnership as well. Nice thing to point out, Mattia Valbuena, Youssef El Arabi partnership alive and well tonight. It's been a while since we've seen. That was almost like first year them together partnership. It looked good tonight. What else did I say? Henry Onyekuru was a disappearing act in the first half, was going in and out. Second half, nice goal, but still did not show me much, guys. Henry Onyekuru, gonna leave it. I don't want to judge Henry Onyekuru. The goal was nice tonight. It was a bit of a strange one. Very well done by what's his name? Andreas Puhalakis. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, I thought it was a fine game. Red card kind of changed it. You all know we need fullbacks. I see this Zafirop. I think we do need fullbacks. For sure, guys. And we have to improve concentration. We have to improve some just sloppiness. It seems like the passion wasn't there a lot tonight as well. There wasn't a lot of, which maybe is fair. I don't know. Costa, go ahead. I think I covered what I want to say to start, but if you want to.
Okay, look, I think the headline tonight is Olympiacos go through to the Europa League group stage. Yes, of course. But I just can't say job done. I think playing against a team that was playing with 10 men for almost 70 minutes and not being able to win the game is to me unacceptable. And what infuriated me and really tipped me over the edge was listening to the commentary on Mega, where the commentators were saying, Olympiacos came here to get the result and secure their passing into the group stage. No. Olympiacos did not go there to secure a result. Olympiacos doesn't play to secure results or to play for draws. Olympiacos plays to win. And it didn't look like we wanted to win. That's what annoyed me today. How can you go away from home and play against this team and not win and then qualify for the Europa where you're going to play real teams? You might play against Leicester City. You might play against West Ham. You might play against Marseille. You might play away to Galatasaray, a team from the 4th pot. How are you going to play against those teams? with that kind of performance and without league games. They haven't got matches at their feet. This is the type of game where you're like, all right, boys, this is a match today. Go out there and play. I mean, you could say, yes, but the pitch was awful. It's true. Some of the Belgian pitches here, the amateur ones that I play in, they're better than that pitch that I saw today. It's true. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. You should have the quality to go and do the job, and just lapses of concentration. Those 2 goals that we conceded. Where was Lala closing down before that cross came in? Where was Lala on the near post? Both goals he's involved, and both goals he just seems lethargic. I'm done with him. I'm done with Kenny Lala. I'm saying that.
It's time to go, Kenny.
I'm done.
Time to go.
And I don't want to just single him out, and I don't just want to be talking negatives. But this isn't good enough. It's not good enough, and I'm worried that we're not going to have enough games come the 16th of September when the Europa League starts. I don't know how quickly this team can gel, and it smells a little bit like last season, where the transfers came in quite late. It took a long time for the team to gel, and we started to roll in late October, November, even December. That's when we started to get into a groove, and maybe, I'm sorry to say this again, but since Costas Fortounis got injured, that creativity in the midfield is still not there. Madi Camara came out injured. Where was the creativity? You can't expect it from Agibu Camara. He's too inexperienced. He had an opportunity in the 4th minute where he broke down the right-hand side. There was a nice interplay with El Arabi and Valbuena. He got the ball outside the box. He should have passed, but he shot and he got blocked. And then he got a bollocking from Coach Martins. And then similar in the second half, 76th minute or something, there's a situation outside the box where he should shoot, inside the box where he should shoot, but he goes for a pass and it gets cut out. So you can't put that pressure on Agibu Camara and expect from him to do what Valbuena does or what Fortounis did. And the last thing I'll say, because I don't want to monopolize the time, if your best player is a 37-year-old Mathieu Valbuena, then there's a problem. There's a problem. And do you know who the second best player tonight was? Oleg Ryabchuk, for me. For me, Oleg was the second best, maybe man of the match for me today, because he played 90 minutes. So I'll stop there, and we'll try and find some positives. But that's my rant over.
So before we go to the positives, Costa, good rant. Agreed with pretty much everything you said there. Agree on Oleg as well. I will say there's a positive. He looked really good. But I have to put my Lambro hat on for a second. And I'm going to do the Lambro where I basically say, remember when I was complaining 3 weeks ago and nobody listened? Now I'm going to take my victory lap that I was complaining and it was right. Because Costa, we have to say, where was this against Baku? I was sounding a lot like you, and you were like, oh, it's okay, we got the result. And then now you are sounding like me, and Mega is sounding like you, oh, we got the result. Now, I'm not saying, I agree with you, Costa, about this game.
That was a month ago. That was a month ago.
Awful.
That was awful. A month ago. That was a month ago. That was a month ago. I'm just saying, all I'm going to say is, like, you gave some reasons as to why it's acceptable to just get the result against Baku. And we're playing here. We still haven't had our league start. That's not our fault. It's shit, but it's not our fault. You can't blame the players for that. You can't blame the coach for that. Like, it's not, to me, super surprising this team is not on full cylinders. Like, the right back, we don't need to talk about, we all understand the right back situation. Probably need to bring someone in. There's no one in the squad right now who can play in that position at the level that we need. That's a problem we have still. You know, it's like the same excuses are here. It's the same stuff that's been bothering us. And now it's less of like oh, it's okay, it'll figure it out. And now it's like, we haven't figured it out. What the hell is going on?
we have groups coming up and we still haven't addressed these issues. We still don't have a league. Yeah, that's really what I have to say about that. It's the same problems that have been hurting us for a while, because Buchalakis comes on and he's not had an opportunity to work himself back into the team because he had an injury and we don't have any league games for him to play in. All these new signings don't have any opportunity to come in. And Onyekuru doesn't look very good for most of the game. He does get a goal, but he doesn't look very good. Ronnie Lopez, obviously it's his first game, but we don't have the time to break him in. And once again, we're going to be picking up a right-footed Ruben Vinagre to replace Lala at the window because everyone, is outraged about Lala and Andrutsos can't defend well enough. And we're going to have the right-footed Vinagre come in at the transfer deadline, and it's going to be a problem that hurts us again this year. So maybe that's a bit too negative. Maybe it's a bit all over the place, but those are sort of my thoughts.
Can I just come back on one point real quick?
So go ahead.
When we played against Neftchi Baku, we were playing with our B team. There's a big difference. We're a month later now with our players. Everyone's fit, everyone's available except for Tunis and Masuras, who was out today. That we should just highlight that. And
we played below our talent level with the B team. I understand it's not the players that we're maybe worried about, but in that game we should have beat them by a couple goals and we did not. That's all. And I was upset and I was told to calm down because it won't be a problem. And now here we are. That's all I'm saying about that. But the bottom line is I agree with everything you said about the game today, Costa. It's unacceptable. And looking at the pots as well, which we'll get into, I'm very worried, to be honest with you. Europa League is going to be difficult this year.
Agreed. And the Kenny Lala situation is a bit not good because we sign Michael Krabovnik. If you guys saw a little rundown of Mikhail, screw it, Krabovnik. Please watch that. It was interesting.
You still call him Krabovnik.
I'm sorry, Karbovnik? Was it Karbovnik?
Yeah.
I realized
Lambro, Lambro, sorry, I have to take the piss out of you for a second. Can you say Oleg's last name?
Rubchuk. Anyway, moving on. Michalis. He's coming in from Poland. I have a dream that he's going to be a very nice player. But anyway, Kenny Lala's situation is you can't get rid of him. We have like 5 days until the window closes. And this is a good point. The Polish guy. Because like his name's not spelled like Michael traditional. Anyway, we're not getting started on this. Anyway, the problem with Lala is it's going to be extremely hard to kind of move on, get a starting right back and get a backup right back because that's the situation we're at. So whether we
Lambro.
It looks like we lost Lambro. Microphone is
Can
dead.
you hear me? Okay. Well, as far as what Lambro said about getting Lala out, I don't think getting Lala out is the problem. I think it's more getting someone to replace him in time. And this Krabovnik kid, who maybe I've said his name wrong as well, but he's not played very much senior team football is the impression that we get. He's been in England, and obviously, he's quite young, but he's got a lot of potential. But it's going to be a risky one. Not to say that Kenny Lala is like at the level we need, but I am a bit worried, to be honest, because we're not bringing in someone who is a surefire player with experience. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the deal is with the right back. I think Kenny Lala probably goes in the wintertime. Like, as you say, Labro, there's no way to get him out now. But
I don't know. Oh, is my mic good now? I've been having problems with for a while now. Anyway, so that's my big point, Peter. You got it completely right. I just don't know where we go from here with right back. Listen, Lala may be shit, but he needs to be a professional and show up. The biggest problem for me moving forward is the lack of games. Costa hit on this. There is no room for any preparation at this point. The biggest thing I saw tonight was that players need games. Onyekuru, Ronnie Lopez, some people were impressed by a few of the things he did. Does not look like he's ready to go. He needs games. A lot of these players need games. And I don't know where they're going to find it. I was can I say this real quick? I was very disappointed to not see Taquinho tonight. Really disappointing with that sub. Like, why the hell did he even travel? And now he's going to be sitting at home for 20 days, essentially, because international break. Just can't believe that's embarrassing. That was a tragic decision by Pedro Martins. But
we talked about that yesterday, didn't we? We're like, he's going to take Taquinho with him, but he's going to put Hassan on for sure. And
that was so stupid. It's incredibly stupid. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, but okay, it's Martins. He's going to go with the guys that he knows. And
no, I'm so goddamn done. Like, I'm so done with Hassan. I'm with you. And
when Camara came off, we were done. When Camara came off,
the game was over. Which I think was the right move as well. That may be a hot take. Yes, he was on a yellow card, and I thought it was brilliant.
You don't want him to get injured either.
So you do not want him to get injured.
It was right to take him off.
And anyway, I want to say a few things as well, real quick. This is going to break some hearts. I know a lot of people love him. The Greek national team just called him up, but Marios Vrusai is not good enough for Olympiacos at this moment. I'm sorry. It's time for a loan. He's not going to play here. He's not up to scratch. That's it. He's not. You really want Marios Vrusai to rot on your bench to be your fifth choice winger? It's fine with me, but is it fine for Vrusai and for his development? Probably not. Anyway, I just don't think he's good enough. He's had chances. He hasn't shown it. It's time for him to go. I'm sorry, that's a bit mean to say to a Greek player, a player we liked, but yeah. Yeah, that's a funny comment. No more Hassan. No more Hassan. Not even like in a mural. I don't want to see him. In a team photo, I don't even want to see him. Anyway.
Like I said last time, he doesn't need to come back, man. Respectfully. Semedo, he can fuck right off, but Hassan, I feel a bit bad, but don't come back. But I agree about Vrusai, unfortunately. As you say, Lambro, loaning him out is
no.
Although we do have
Lazar's gone as well.
Vrusai on loan means more playing time for Lazar, but that might not be true because Lazar might be going out on a loan back to Serbia are Ferencváros still in Hungary? Either way, he's
but also Apoel in Cyprus.
And Apoel is that would be world class. Get him into Apoel.
But once you get rid of Rangelovic, Vrusai, he's not getting rid of Vrusai, but the hard truth that he needs to wake up and throw some water on his face is that he does. And Čumić, then you're looking at difficulties at the winger position. So he's going to keep Vrusai, but Čumić and Lazar are going to go. Agibu Camara will stick around. Then you have Ronnie Lopez, Henry, and Valbuena. And Masuras, of course. So I think that's the group. I think they're going to get rid of the Serbians and keep Vrusai. That's my opinion. But yeah.
Guys, I'm really starting to get worried about this Super League thing. Really, really starting to get worried about it, to be honest with you. It's going to be... it's going to start affecting us worse and worse.
For sure.
We're screwed. We're in a lot of trouble.
Maybe this is obvious, as you say, Costa, but yeah, it's starting to really piss me off. And we talked about it a little bit last time, but it's unacceptable. And of course, Olympiacos are arguably, and I mean, I guess PAOK as well, Olympiacos and PAOK, were one of the teams that are affected most adversely by this. And, the tiny teams like Lamia that want their little TV contract and whatnot, they're doesn't really bother them because they're not playing for anything anyway. So
if they don't start the league on the, what is it? I think the 12th or the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. Yeah, so it's the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Then there's actually going to be a legit problem in terms of the calendar actually fitting in. Like,
they're going to have to adjust the schedule in some way.
It becomes a huge logistical problem as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And what kind of deal they're going to find in the end. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but the situation when we last spoke on the podcast was that PAOK hadn't agreed a TV contract, but now it appears that they are in the process, or they are close. So yeah, thanks PAOK again. They qualified tonight, by the way. I'm not going to say it's good for Greek football because we need the points. Another reason why I'm pissed off tonight, because we need points for the coefficient, because I actually care about Greece's position in the ranking. And it's good that PAOK qualified, because we want PAOK playing two games a week. Their roster isn't as big as ours. They don't have as much depth. So, yeah, it would have been different if they were just focusing on the league the entire time. So I think it's good in that sense that they qualified. Shall we have a look at the pots, at the Europa League pots, so that we actually visualize who are the teams we're up against? So
I have it up right now, Costa. I can read them out for us all here. So
can I make one comment real quick as well, Peter?
Oh, well, that's even better.
Hold on.
Can, Lambro. Go ahead.
So I see this comment saying, guys, you say we have to get to go. We're not going to get enough players to come in. No, this team is way too bloated right now. There's so many players with no business necessary at this club right now, and they have to go, in my opinion. So that's it. That's my only comment. Like, this team is so full of just passengers. It's time to empty the boat. That's it.
Should we read these teams out then? All right.
Yeah. So for our audio listeners, or people who might be squinting at the font because it's rather small. So in pot 1, it's just like Champions League. Each group is consisted of 4 teams, 1 from each pot, and the pots are they're seeded based on the team's club coefficient, basically how well they've done in Europe in the last few years. Europa League is actually slightly changing its format this year because of the Conference League. We are back to 4 groups of 8 instead of 4 groups of 12 like it used to be. So there are 4 pots with 8 teams each. And then there will be 8 groups with 4 teams each, 1 team from each pot. So pot 1, this isn't super important because Olympiacos are one of the teams in pot 1. So this is a list of teams that we will not have in our group. Lyon, Napoli, Bayer Leverkusen, Dinamo Zagreb, Lazio, Monaco, and Braga. So those 7 teams we will not be playing against. We are fortunate to be pot 1. We've done well as a club, carried Greece to basically all their coefficient points. And because we've made runs into Europa League, we are good enough to be in that pot 1, which is really nice because those are some scary teams and we avoid them. In pot 2, though, we've got Celtic, Eintracht Frankfurt.
Wait, Peter, before
Red
you
Star.
move on from pot 1, can I say something real quick? Sorry about that. Lazio merda, fucking shit club. Wish they'd burn in hell. Anyway, continue, Peter, please.
Celtic, Frankfurt, Red Star, Leicester, Rangers, Lokomotiv Moscow, Genk, and PSV are your pot 2 teams. So we will have one of those teams in our group. Down to pot 3, Marseille, Ludogorets, West Ham, who are highlighted in blue because we stole this from a West Ham fan page on Twitter. Shout out to the random West Ham page that made this. Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Fenerbahce, Spartak Moscow, and Sparta Prague. Some kind of scary teams in pot 3, by the way.
Teams. I want Ludogorets. Put it on record. I want to play those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to play those.
I mean, to be honest, they're probably one of the worst teams in there, and it's also revenge. So I definitely want Ludogorets. In pot 4, Galatasaray, Rapid Vienna, Legia Warsaw, Ferencváros, Midtjylland, Sturm Graz, Brøndby, and we don't know the last team. It's in penalties right now. It's Omonia and Royal Antwerp. It's actually not looking good for Omonia right now. I think they've just gone out. But so it's probably Antwerp. But rest in peace, Omonia in the Europa League. Yeah, so those are the teams. So honestly, Europa League, very deep field of teams this year. It's going to be difficult to advance through. Well, we'll probably get through on our group, but it's going to be difficult to make a run. I think a lot of really strong teams in there that, some we've played before, and I think it's going to be interesting. What do you guys think?
I mean, as I said before, I don't think it's like the expectation is that Olympiacos is going to win the group. That's what everyone's saying in Greece right now. They're saying that Olympiacos has to win the group because it will be bad if we come second. I'm sorry. I'm just going to bring that. I'm going to bring that list up again. Going away to Celtic, never easy. Eintracht Frankfurt, good German team. Red Star
Rangers
Belgrade,
are the team I'm more scared of than Celtic, to be honest with you. But your point stands.
Red Star Belgrade. You fancy going to Serbia? No. Leicester City? Hell no. Rangers? Hell no. A cold trip to Lokomotiv Moscow? No, thank you. Genk,
strong PSV side.
PSV strong. All of those teams are strong in the second pot.
And in Group 3.
I mean, who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you guys want? All right, let's do this. Who do you want from the second pot? I'm going to say Genk because I'm in Belgium and I want to go and watch a game.
I want Celtic. I'm not really impressed by Celtic lately. That's the team I would want, even if we have to go there. But yeah, we have a couple. We have a comment from Fios here. Actually, our level right now is Conference League, plain and simple. This is a question I don't know. I'll admit I don't know it, guys. If we come in third, do we go to Conference League or is it just done for us?
Yes,
we do.
Conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an option we might have to consider at this point, folks. We have 3-day Mu Izoi. Best for me is Celtic, Ludogorets, and Sturm Graz. That's for all three of the pots. That would be a pretty good group.
Yeah.
Definitely want Ludogorets back.
Are all of those teams green? The ones that he brought up.
Ludogorets is green.
Ludogorets is green, and Storm. I think Storm's got some green in them as well. Anyway, so side note.
Henry would be light, and Henry would be hype. Be like, hell yeah, all this green. It's his favorite color, you know. But yeah, I mean, and we can go down to the third thingy as well, and it's some more strong teams. Marseille, who we, basically drew even with last year, and have a strong team. Ludogorets, who, no, I don't want them either. And Ludogorets, who, say what you want, but we played very tough with them. I would love to play them again, but we have to say that, they beat us in a 2-legged tie. West Ham have a lot of money and some talented players. Betis and Sociedad have some very big talents in their team. Fenerbahce have a big, financial backing as well. And you can say the same for Moscow. Sparta Prague also made a decent run in Europa League last year. So that's pot 3. And that's a lot of teams that I can't confidently say we're better than right now. And that's pot 3. And we already talked about how good pot 2 is. And then you go into pot 4 and you see Galatasaray, which are a big team with a lot of money. So it's going to be a difficult Europa League. It's going to be challenging for us. It's a good level for us, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to the games. Every single game is going to be really, really tight. But yeah, that's what we've got right now, guys.
Yeah, I honestly am seeing comments about like Celtic. I think I don't know what Celtic look like. I honestly, the only thing is like they have Barkas. I guess he doesn't play anymore, but
they have Joe Hart now, don't they?
Yeah, and they're going to sign Giacomakis. I just want shut up, Giacomakis. I hate him so much. Can never root for that man. But we'll see. We'll see. Really, I'm just like going in. I don't want an English team, and I anything else. I don't want PSV as well. This is a really good team. PSV is incredible. Like they have really nice wingers.
I'm just tons of goals in qualification.
Zahavi
Guys, we have to say as well. The dickhead Semedo is still in our team, and if we get a Spanish team and
Jesus Christ,
an injury to Cisse and Semedo needs to play, and we don't get rid of him by then, we're going to be looking at Semedo and saying, "What are you doing for us here?" And it's going to be one of those situations. So that might be a place we want to avoid as well if he does stick around.
I would love to go play OM as well because it's relatively close, but I would love. Marseille is always a fun team to play.
I hear you guys like, oh, I want to play Genk because I get to go to a game. I have like absolutely no way that would happen. But
the thing is, I don't want to travel to OM is the thing. I don't want to travel to Marseille. Like, I'm a bit scared for my life going there. But like, has anyone ever been to Marseille? It's not like the safest place in the
If
world.
Valbuena can go to Marseille, so can you.
Yeah, but he had security guards, Peter. I don't have security guards. He hired private
Just get
security.
some of the just get some just arrange some security. I'm sure you can find someone.
Yeah, we'll see. Martial will be my security.
And so draw tomorrow, guys. By the way, we'll have our reactions at some point online on social media, Gate7INTL. But it's going to be early in the morning if you're in North America. I'm going to be up early tomorrow, but oh man, I'm really nervous. It's going to be. I feel like we're going to get a tough group. We're not going to get Arsenal this year, is the only thing that I can say with any confidence. But I honestly feel like we're going to end up with like Rangers, Ludogorets, Galatasaray. I can like see that being our group. Maybe that's a bit hopeful, but that's kind of what I envision.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just expecting the worst. I think we'll get an English team, and yeah, the one good thing is the English teams seem to rotate in Europa League. Like I remember Leicester like putting out like quite average signs against Ike, if I remember last season. But anyway, I ideally no, and again, selfish reasons, traveling. I'm looking for Western Europe now that Switzerland's not there. So Marseille, Belgium, all interesting.
I think I saw some people wanting West Ham, and I assume it was because they live in London, but I forget who it was. It was a while ago in the chat, but yeah, once again, must be nice. But guys, do we want to get into player ratings for today? We can just run through the ratings for our team. We can start with Vaclik. We have actually a comment here. Vaclik was responsible for the 2 goals. I think that's a stretch, a pretty strong stretch.
Come on.
It was the defense. It was. You can say collectively the defense, or you can say Lala. But I'll be nice and say it was collectively the defense not being in the right place. But Vaclik, I think was fine. What do we say? 6-7, not really that remarkable, but not
6?
bad.
What, like
6
on the corner? How was he responsible? I'm trying to like, how could someone make that argument? I'm just trying to.
It just doesn't. Those are the types of goals that no keeper on planet Earth can save, really, unless. Also, yeah, I'm sure the XG on both of them is very high. I'm sure.
How'd they even score a first goal? I've literally forgotten their first goal. How did that happen?
The first goal was.
The cross.
It was the counter. Yeah. It was the counter.
That's even that one was just a cutback. How was Vaclik gonna? Anyway, I'm not a goalkeeping expert by any means, so. But
that's the right back's fault. That's the right back's fault for not closing down.
Lambro, what do you think of this comment from Fetanos? Tsolakis going to save both of them?
Maybe.
I miss Tsolakis, man. I miss him.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just kidding. Vaclik is
Tsolakis' prop is so strong on Gate7.
It is, man. That's another reason why I want the league games. Tsolakis clean sheet against Lamia. Gonna be great. Anyway, Oleg Rebchuk, left back. We can say Costa said it at the beginning. He was one of the best players on the pitch for us today. Top 2, probably. I think we can all say. Not like the crossing looked much better today. Multiple crosses that looked good. And we've always said it. He's got everything. He runs his ass off. He puts in every ounce of energy he has. He's strong. He's physical. He's not afraid to get into it with people. He's not fazed by these environments. He does all that stuff. And then when he puts the crossing together, 7, maybe 8 for Oleg today. For me, I see some 8s in the comments. Agalos Shiopis, Vaios Memsas, both putting an 8. What do you guys think?
I give him an 8. I saw things today from him that I want to see. Like, he ran at people today. He got up and down the wing. He was good defensively. And he's an Olympiacos player. Do you know what I mean? Like, he fights. He has that mentality. He has that aggression. He gives everything.
Absolutely.
You felt that he was giving it all, everything he had. And I want to see that from all the players. And I did. And I think he's the only one that I really saw today with Valbuena that really wanted it, that played to the best of their ability. Everybody else was at 50%, 60%, I don't know.
Actually, I'll give a shout out to a player before we even. Andreas Buchalex, I thought had a decent game for not playing a ton recently. I thought he was fine as well.
Well, yeah, we'll get.
But anyway, we'll get to it.
Yeah, let's do Cisse next. Cisse, I actually wasn't that negative on him, but the passing, Costa has mentioned it in the past that he attempts these long balls, especially with his left foot, that are a bit. What's the word? He's bigging himself up a bit too much and shouldn't be taking those passes as much.
I don't know, but it's instruction. It has to be instruction.
No, it's not. It can't.
It is.
Martins wants the ball on the floor. Martins wants the ball on the floor. He doesn't want to hoof it.
I think
we would have to ask
who
Adi,
else
because I bet Adi's watched some film in Saint Etienne, and if he's doing those in Saint Etienne,
I'm sure it's instruction. Like, why else would he be doing it? Why else would he be doing it?
Because he thinks he can complete the pass, probably.
I bet you he was not doing this in Saint Etienne. There's no way.
But those passes with his left foot, to use a basketball terminology, it's just a low percentage. It's a low percentage shot.
Do you know what they remind me of? Like a sand wedge in golf. Just boop, scoop it, just flies out. Doesn't go out of the sand trap.
Yeah, I mean,
golf anymore.
He does have the range. Like some of his passes with his right foot, like they were great, and like the speed of his passing is really good. Like when he hits it, like there's speed on the ball, like it moves. But some of those left-footed passes that long-range 30, 40-yard passes he tries, you're just like, oh, and God, not again. Right.
Well, it's just the accuracy, like you say, Costa, because when he does it to a player that's in open space, like on the first goal, he got it to a wide open Oleg, I think it was, on the left side. And that's an easy, like you said, he has the speed and the strength of his feet. And when the player is wide open and there's nobody there, it's a good play for him to make. But what he ruins is trying to pick out a runner. You know, he tries to get El Arabi in behind the defense and just skies it, and it's a catching practice for the other team's goalkeeper. Something like that is what really gets us upset. We can say 5 for him. I thought he was all right, to be honest, defending. A couple. Are you going to say worse? What
you give him a 5?
What are you giving him, Costa? I'm confused.
I give him an average 6. Like 6.
Yeah, I think 5 is reasonable.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were going to say like he was a 2.
Reasonable.
5.
I was off 1 point.
Yeah, Costa, you reacted like
giving me shit for being off 1 point.
Yeah, like 6.5 is like, all right, he had an average.
No, that's fair. That's like fair.
5, he starts to have a shit game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think defending he was good. I thought you were going to say he was like a 3. Anyway.
No. I'm saving my 3s and my lower grades for other people.
Let's move on. I have a question. So Socrates, I kind of want to give a lower. I'd give him like 5.5 maybe. I thought he was.
I think 5.5 is he was kind of just not like.
Maybe this is my time to say it. Like he's stable, but. Socrates.
Okay, the thing about player ratings,
I'm not going to do this right now, but like
everyone has a different scale, guys. That's anyway.
For a player who's played around the world, it's been anyway. I'm not going to get going on this. I haven't even introduced this idea to you guys in a chat, so I'm not going to podcast. But one day I will.
Socrates, what do we say? 5.5. Is that what you said, Lambro?
6. He just does. He's so conservative. Like he can play the ball back to Vaclik and he would just like kick it out. That sort of shit pisses me off sometimes. Maybe that's an Arsenal trait. I don't know. Anyway, who's next? Kenny Lala.
Kenny Lala's next, guys. This is this is who Costa was saving the 4s and 3s for.
3.
We get a 3.
3. I agree.
If 5 is bad, I don't know what the difference between 4, 3, 2, 1 is.
No one does.
I rest my case.
It's like you need to read, like Peter, you should open a copy of L'Equipe and it's literally just like 5, 4, 6. It's like that's like the only rating.
Okay. I'm from the Football Manager school where like you literally can like walk off the pitch and like piss on the pitch and you get like a 5.9 and then you like score. You can like the goalkeeper like plays amazing and gets like a 7.1.
but it's the average on Football Manager is 6.5. It's like you enter at 6.5 and it goes up.
No, you start out like a 6.8, don't you? 6.5 is kind of poor.
Anyway, let's take 6 as kind of a starting point, and then anything below is bad and above.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can I just address this comment? So Lala L Saint says Lala and Rabchuk can't play at Olympiacos anymore. We need better players at both positions. I think we addressed this already in the chat that if we can't get rid of Lala until January. It's just we can't rely on Androutos to play in the European games. He's good in the Greek league where he can attack. But with Oleg, guys, I think we said it earlier on in the season. We need to like have some faith. Like he gives everything. He gives everything on the pitch, and his crossing is improving. So let's.
I don't want to see any Oleg slander. Not today. Not today. This comment from Vios, according to Marca, Real Madrid just made a non-negotiable offer of 5 sacks of potatoes for Kenny Lala. Anyway, so that's the defense.
Throw in a pork chop as well, and done deal. Some
Anyway, anyway, going to the midfield. I mean, Madi Camara came off pretty early. So maybe, I don't know how much we can say about him. Lambro, you mentioned you liked Bouchalakis. I also like Bouchalakis.
Yeah, I give him 6.5.
Classic Bouchalakis move, taking the cheeky free kick for that. He gets a 7 for me.
People talking a lot about Onyekuru, but
it was all Andrea. I love this guy, man. First he steals the ball from the Aris goalkeeper, and then he does a little bit of a Trent Alexander-Arnold taken quickly. So yeah, we gotta, I'm happy Bouchalakis got in there. As I've said before, it would be nice to be able to bring him in and let him rotate a bit, but yeah, that's I say 7 for Bouchalakis in his substitute appearance where he played more than half the game.
I think that's fair.
Jan and Villa. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jan and Villa, another 6.5, I think. Was a fine game. Nothing special.
Yeah. Very average performance, I would say. 6. Not much to say about Villa.
Baby Camara, can I give him a 7? I really enjoyed him tonight, like usual.
He had some nice. I'm going to say 6.
Costa giving me the look. I love Baby Camara.
Well, Costa already. I know Costa already called him out a bit for that beginning of the game when he shot it and should have passed, which I do agree he should have passed. I think Baby Camara had some highs and some lows, and at the end of the day, for me, that balances out to a 6. Kind of surprised. He played the whole game, didn't he? I guess
he did.
That's a bit of a surprise to me, but
I love him.
I mean, I like Baby Camara. I do. I like him a lot, but
also he just looks like a child. I'm just like, like, you ever heard him speak? When he speaks French, he sounds like a little child when he speaks. Like, it's like no, anyway, just like
Costa's like, fuck them kids, get a 5.
He's not ready to be an Olympiacos starter. I really enjoy his enthusiasm. I like watching him play. I just don't think he's an Olympiacos starter.
Yeah, he's 18 years old. Like,
of course, and he's 20. He's not 18. But
really? Why do
I
I
think
think
he's 20.
18?
I think he's 20. Anyway,
maybe because he looks like a child. Anyway,
like I said earlier, I think his decision making needs to improve. That comes with experience. I think he can make an impact coming on as a sub. I think he will be a good solution coming off the bench and a good squad player for the team. And I think he has huge potential. Just he's not a starter right now.
Let me just say this real quick. Like, we're like criticizing Baby Camara.
I'm not
for me. Anyway, no, you're not criticizing him. But for me, outside the goal, he was better than Onyekuru, and he was better than Ronnie Lopez.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The freaking big money, big players. Like,
That's fair. But Ronnie Lopez came 4 days ago, and Onyekuru's
Ronnie Lopez, we're gonna give a break.
Yeah, Ronnie Lopez, I'm not gonna go on about. Like, I thought he was fine. There were a few touches, when he took the ball on and turned it and ran at the defense. And then he tried to take a shot, but like the ground was just like crumbling underneath him, and he couldn't get his foot through it. Yeah, Ronnie Lopez like had a few moments where I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we can give Ronnie a number because it was just a cameo, and we, saw a bit of good and a bit of rust. But
5.5, 6, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. But with Baby Camara, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but another player that would benefit from playing in the Super League. I'm just gonna say it. But okay, haircut man, Mr. Green Hair. guys, the agenda for me, I don't care that he scored a goal. Agendas are bigger than results for me. I want to give him a 4, I do, but
that's a little harsh.
that's
I'd say he literally didn't. I saw you guys chatting about it. I was having a beer with my friends, but like he had like 4 touches in that first half. Like what the hell was he doing?
I wanted to see him play on the right side a little bit, to be honest, because we were bringing the ball. But I know it's like maybe if we brought it to the right side, we would just start playing more down the left. I don't know.
Involved. I see this comment. Oh no, wrong comment. Zafir up. If our players saw the moves that Henry was making, he could have easily scored a hat trick. Like, I don't know, man. Come on. I honestly, I don't want to make a statement too much. Like, also,
it's a good finish, to be fair.
But like when I watch games with friends, also I'm turning and I'm talking and I'm not looking really closely at positioning. So,
how dare you?
Yeah, how dare me? Yes, correct. I know.
Guy.
I know. So, but I'm vaccinated. It's allowed. But it's just like I didn't see what he was saying, but maybe what Zafir was saying, but maybe he was. But listen, he scored a goal. What I say, 6.5. He scored the goal, so we have to give him that. So
I mean, yeah, I guess if we were going by Football Manager rules, he gets like an 8.1 in that game. But
because he scored, yeah.
I mean, he gets a 7.
7's fine, yeah.
I'm taking the piss out of FM's like scoring a little bit, but no, I mean, like the thing is about Onyekuru, guys, like, and Adi said this in the deep dive, he's not going to be the type to like come and drop low and get the ball and dribble past all these people and do it all for himself and be creative. He's not that kind of winger. He needs the players to pick him out. He's going to be making these runs. He's going to be, maybe 1v1 on the counter with a lot of space, using his pace, getting open. And it maybe doesn't help him. I know like what Zafirov said about, the players not seeing him, but like it probably doesn't help the fullbacks we have right now. Is probably not super advantageous to him. But also he did have one golden opportunity at the beginning of the second half and absolutely fluffed it and didn't do anything with it. He had, I think it was basically a 2-on-2 on the break, lots of space for him on the left side of the pitch, and he just didn't use his pace, kind of just dribbled it into the defender for Slovan. Was disappointing. So I want to see more from him, guys, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have a strong bias against him from the haircut incident and the fact that we spent 5 million euros on him, which I personally don't really think was great business. But yeah, we'll see more. The verdict is still out. If we can, maybe a team like this where we're sitting with the ball in possession for a big majority of the game, especially against 10 men, maybe this is not the game for him either, we can say. But yeah, that's my thoughts about Henry.
Yeah. It's good that he got minutes, guys. It's good that he.
That is true. Yeah. That is absolutely true. Yeah.
70 minutes.
His first start.
He scored a goal. His movement was quite good, but like it's true. Like he didn't get some of the balls where his teammate should have found him in space. The one time he did get into space, Peter, you mentioned already, it was that 2-on-2, and you were just expecting, all right, this is where I want to see him.
This is his moment.
This is where I want to see the fire coming from his feet and just going past the defender and leaving him for dead. But it didn't happen. He seemed to hesitate. I don't know what happened. He's not match fit yet. I think about what I said at the beginning, and yeah, I was quite negative. But guys, whether we like it or not, yes, there was COVID. Yes, we had injuries. There's new players that are in. The team hasn't gelled. The team isn't playing in the league. We can't expect miracles. But again, I stick to what I said, which is that we should have won this game today. But Onyekuru is case in point that we are still integrating players into the team, and I think he will get better. But I think we also saw what Ari was telling us in the deep dive, that against teams that sit back and play with 10 players in front of the goalkeeper, you're not going to get as much from him as when you're playing against better teams where he'll find space and he'll hit the counter. So I think we saw a bit of that tonight. And pass and move wasn't really sharp, but that might be due to match fitness. Let's see.
Also, real quick, I just highlight this. Oh, maybe you guys don't realize it, but I have unfortunately watched Bruma play. I was watching the PSV game with some friends. One of the worst footballers I've ever seen. He is so bad. It is unreal. I was texting some Dutch friends and I was like, I feel bad that this guy hasn't left your club. Like, he is so bad. And I had PTSD. Like, I almost had to turn off the PSV game. I saw him literally kill a crow with the pass, and I was like, I had a heart attack almost. I thought it was an Owaka against PAOK. I was like, oh my God. He is one of the worst footballers I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie to you. So the shit about we should have brought Bruma, like, I'm sorry. No. Goddamn. No. Okay. I have nightmares about this front three. I have nightmares. Bruma, Seba, Hassan. Bruma sucks. People saying Bruma was good. I have no okay, I'm going on a rant. Bruma was garbage. Maybe you're used to watching Lazar Angelovic play shit on the wing, so you think Bruma is a good player. But Bruma is garbage, my friends. I am sorry to break it. If your level, you think Bruma was good, you've lost the plot. You have lost it. I don't know what to tell you people. Bruma sucks. Bruma's a garbage footballer. Anyway, that's it.
Brilliant.
I didn't expect this to come out, but like, no, this is not happening. People are not rewriting Bruma history right now. Bruma sucks. Anyway.
People are egging you on.
People are egging me on. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Gladiator 14.
Lambro falling for it, hook, line, and sinker.
God damn it. The trolls, they're after me. Anyway, other than
last player for ratings, guys. El Arabi.
Mathieu Valbuena, 25.
Oh, we didn't do Valbuena. That's right. I'm sorry.
Valbuena, 8 for me.
7, 8. Yeah. Guys, the only thing is I look at Valbuena and I see him play well and I just know it's gonna wear off because he's gonna get tired, and it's like sort of I mean, maybe he won't get tired if we're not playing games, but you know, it's sort of like, what's the opposite of a silver lining? Like, he plays well, and I just have to be like, but this isn't a long-term solution.
The inevitable is coming. It happens every season. He plays.
That's what I'm saying.
2 months, and then he gets injured, and then he comes back, and he's not the same, and it takes time for him to get well, and
we don't have Fortunis anymore to cover for him. So, yeah, I'm worried about that, but he played well today in his 60 minutes. And then El Arabi up top, 6, really, or I guess he had a goal today.
7,
what am I talking about? 7 easily. The goal was really nice. The
header was unstoppable.
Yeah, that was a brilliant header from him.
That was first year El Arabi, like Valbuena link up right there. That header, I felt the days roll back. Yeah.
Well, there we go, guys.
Yeah. I think that's it. Like, or who else can we talk about? Like, Ronnie Lopez didn't play enough. Rusai
Hassan,
didn't play
0.
enough. Hassan, 0. He played enough, 0.
I can't believe I cannot. I know we said it already. The fact that we brought Tiquinho and he didn't come in.
He literally
utter
forced
incompetence.
Tiquinho to get on a plane to Slovakia, knowing he would never play him. It's unreal. It's honestly unreal. It's unreal. I'm sorry.
Wait, guys. This comment from Ramada Drummer. We can start Hassan as a center back. We'll be sure he won't score an own goal. Guys, Hassan doesn't jump for the goddamn free kicks. Like, there's going to be headers coming in, and center back Hassan's just going to be like, and not jump.
Also, Peter, can
just
we bring up?
I've
seen this comment. Lopez, that was a mistake. I don't know if he has a right foot. I haven't seen him. We've seen him for like 20 minutes, but from what I saw, it doesn't look like he has a right foot. It's only to like walk or like stand on. We'll see.
He's just going to be a cutting in merchant.
Also, some words about the opposition. I honestly didn't think. I thought Vladimir Weiss was all right tonight. I thought the English kid who scored was decent. Was that his Green? Was that his name?
Yeah.
But really, I what? How can you judge a team when they're down to 10 men after 30 minutes? It's tough. I don't know. Ooh, Costa, nice mug. I have the same one, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Zaferopo 5 says fair play to them. They fought hard.
Yeah,
I mean, it's it's also hard to judge when they come into the game being down 3-0, because as much as, we can be upset about not playing well, like they didn't even, they needed to be perfect today, and they had a guy get sent off 30 minutes into the game. So, they, to be honest though, like the goals they scored is more of mistakes from Olympiacos. That's what I get from the goals that they scored. So obviously they finished the goal, but you look at those goals and you say that's because that happened because Olympiacos backline, Lala, whoever, weren't where they were supposed to be. But yeah, I mean, they played hard. They competed for the entire game despite not really having a huge chance to get anything out of it. So yeah, I mean, good for them. But yeah, I mean, I guess, guys, do you want to do coach's grade? We sort of hinted at man of the match already. Valbuena and Oleg, I think the two candidates. I would probably say Oleg personally, but I think Costa said Valbuena. Or do you say Oleg?
Oleg.
Oleg. Okay. Yeah.
He played 90 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we all have
Also,
Oleg.
Yeah. Hold on. Can I show this comment real quick from Nicolas? Yeah. This is really good comment. This is really good. Like how you fit this in 2 sentences. 63 minutes, and I couldn't understand that they play with 10 players. Someone needs to wake the players up. Yeah. That was like what Costa was saying.
But I didn't say it in 2 sentences.
You didn't say it in 2 sentences. That was really well done. And it's just, I don't, this is something I'm worried about. Passion, energy, leadership. I don't see it in this team. Socrates, I'm going to save that for another podcast, everyone. There's some discussions I'm going to be having about him. Anyway, leave it at that. But I don't know, guys. Coaching grade, I'll give him a B- because that sub taking Kamara off was really smart. I think that was important and secured the game. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
C for me. Gets docked a whole letter grade for bringing Hassan on. But I do want to say, to be fair, I think it's more the players than anything. It was just the players didn't really look motivated, whether that was because they were conceded and because they were up 3-0. Maybe that's why. But yeah, I mean, I also wasn't a massive fan of the subs at the end, but whatever. Maybe C+. Yeah, C+ for me. Costa?
It's like a B- for me. I agree with Lambro. I think, yeah, he did well to take Kamara off.
Yep.
I wonder if he wouldn't have taken him off if he hadn't got that injury, because he had the card, and I think it was more the injury.
It was definitely the injury, I think.
It was the injury that instigated the change, and it wasn't the card. Because I was really curious, actually, because I thought, how many times have we seen this before, where there's a player on a card and it's the type of player that you think is the kind of player that might get the second, take him off at halftime or take him off.
He is the type. He's like,
yeah. And you're just like, I was wondering, I wonder if Martins is going to take him off at halftime, because he doesn't need to play in this game.
Also, this is interesting. Karbovnik has just landed. Thought he would come tomorrow, but interesting.
Lambro, you got to get going. We got to wrap up. Lambro's got to
get to the airport.
Guys, thank you so much for listening, especially if you've made it this far. Thanks for tuning in.
Real quick, shit is going down this weekend transfer-wise. Throwing it out there. And
we're going to have a big podcast this weekend.
This hot take, Manolas is coming this weekend.
No, he's not.
Costa, what was your quote? I will eat my shorts. Is that what you said?
I said I will eat my shorts if we pay more than 10 million for Costa.
Oh, god damn it.
So yeah, guys, I know there's a lot of transfer news coming on, and there's some big stuff that we didn't even touch today. We talked about the kid from Poland a little bit, but there's some other stuff. We'll get to it this weekend.
Watch the video. Analysis.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to have more, like we said, we're coming with another episode this weekend, as we always do. Subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on audio, you can, I believe, subscribe or follow the podcast as well, wherever you're listening, Apple, Spotify. Follow us on our social media at Gate7INTL. That's the best way to know when we're going live. If you want to show up for the live podcast, we have a lot of fun, and we love reading your comments. So make sure to do all that stuff. If you enjoyed the podcast, share with anyone you know who loves football or loves Greece. And we will be back again this weekend. Costa, what do you have?
Just the last thing to remind people that we spoke to Brighton and Hove Albion reporter Richie Mills earlier today to get some insights into our new signing, Michal Karbovnik. So you can check that out on YouTube. It's exclusive, I believe, on YouTube. So Go and check that out if you haven't already, if you want to learn some more about the player. It's 20 minutes long. Chapters are there as usual. Go and check it out.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, guys. Well, thank you again so much for coming in the chat and talking with us. I hope you enjoyed, even though the game was a bit of a downer, a bit boring. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you very soon.
Yahara.
You just listened to an episode of the Gate 7 International Podcast, a podcast connecting Olympiacos fans from Brussels to Tokyo, from Toronto to Geneva. We are 4 Olympiacos fans from every corner of the world, bringing you news and interviews of the team you love in English. With new episodes twice a week, you will never miss out on the latest updates and stories of the team you love. If you liked what you heard, make sure to follow us on social media at Gate7INTL, give us a subscribe on YouTube, or even leave a review on all our podcast channels. Until next time, this is our team, our city and our story. Θρύλος είσαι. Στο μυαλό κάτι μαγικό.